Okay, it's Frank. I'm trying to keep the shadow of the old iPhone out of my face so you can see my big bags under my eyes and my 14 chins. All kinds of imperfections that make me perfect. I'm imperfectly frank. Maybe that's what we should call my little YouTube channel is imperfectly frank. Thoughts thoughts on life from imperfectly frank. Okay, so yeah, I promised to talk about the hummingbird and uh, and then the snail and the manwich. So yeah, I'm gonna break it down real easy. Um, the hummingbird is basically for show. It's like in pornography. The guy like spreads the and does a little thing, little hummingbird going at it. And I think one of the big misconceptions is like broads they don't really like the hummingbird. Like the hummingbird has is like a it's like a it's like a fallacy that's been pushed upon men that like the hummingbird and the tongue and that's gonna do the trick when you know quite frankly a clitoris is not that glamorous when it and I'll explain later. So yeah, the hummingbird is like for show, you know. So you spread the labias and you expose the clit, and then you do your hummingbird, and then it's like your little porn scene, and then get just throw the little hummingbird work in, and then it's kind of like they say in golf, like you 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 drive for show, you putt for dough, and that's really what it comes down to with the hummingbird and the snail. The snail is for show, and excuse me, the hummingbird is for show, and the snail is for dough. So what you do next is you put your mouth like a I don't know, like one of the like that alien monster, like from the show. You put your mouth on the puss like you're an alien on that show Alien, and then you take your mouth and you wrap your mouth around the clit, and then you just take your tongue, and then you just like you have to get like a little bit of like what I do is it's just like with golf or like baseball. When I would envision myself hitting a home run, I'd envision myself hitting the golf ball, and you just envision yourself as a little snail just crawling around that little clit, just doing like what snails do, you know and that gets off about, I don't know, if the broad can come, that's probably going to knock out about, I don't know, 90% of the broads out there. The snail, he's a closer. That's just what he does. And then the ones that they can't come with the snail, or maybe you're just not in the mood to do like maybe you're just short on time, okay? Like it's like, hey, Frank's got to be to work, or got to whatever. I got 5 minutes. Then you just go straight to the manwich. And what the manwich is it's a very crude method, but it's very effective. So what you do is like you just basically just stick your whole face in there. You get it all wet and sloppy, and then you stick your face in there, and you stick your tongue out, yeah, and then you basically turn your head into like a Hitachi machine with the big wet tongue attached to it, and you just like go batshit, and just go back and forth and up and down, and then you just keep like hammering away and up and down and back, and make sure your tongue and keep it all wet, and then the puss will come. Believe me when I tell you, the manwich. I don't know one fucking broad that survived the manwich's wrath. Let's just say it, because it is wrath. It is the wrath of the manwich. So yeah, those are some things, some things I've learned through my years of being a pussy connoisseur. So I hope that was amusing, but also maybe educational if you're dealing with a guy that isn't familiar with the snail or the manwich. If he's stuck on the hummingbird, then you're gonna have to help him out and like rub your clit and just kind of like, it's embarrassing. So just introduce him to the snail. And the manwich is kind of hard to teach. I think the manwich either you figure that one out or you don't. So yeah, a little long-winded, but that's how that works.